Hello there. Welcome to Blitz Transmissions. I'm Tommy, and this is episode 8 of the Blitzcast. This is the episode that is closest to Halloween, so we want to wish you a happy Halloween. Hopefully you go and get lots of candy.
From one skeleton boy to another.
Yes, happy Halloween. Make sure you be safe on the holiday, and starting November 1st, it's officially Christmas season. So get ready, because I'm going to be doing a lot of Christmas decorating here in the Star Wars room, as well as lots of Christmas festivities coming up. So make sure to stay in tune for that. If you would like to do that, you would have to join my Discord and my social media, all of which is linked in the description below. By popular demand, not really, we are joined again by Logan, my brother. Logan, a.k.a. Cheesy Napkin 33. Yep. How are things been? It's been a few weeks since we've had you on the Blitzcast.
Yeah, you've missed a few weeks, honestly. It's been pretty good, though.
Yeah, last time you were here...
I never got to share any of my ICC, afterthoughts, actually.
Yeah, so we went to ICC Con in Nashville, Tennessee. How was that for you?
Awesome, I got a lot of cool pickups.
That's all you have to say?
Pretty much. I mean, it was really fun hanging out with y'all, too. That's the side part, though. We care about the pickups.
So, yeah, we went to ICC Con 2024. And that's all that's going on in Logan's life. Logan has a boring and
it's kind of settled with me, though, because it's been a couple weeks.
I decided to unlock him from the dungeon and tell him that he could get another cameo on a podcast, too.
25 lashings yesterday.
Yeah. So... Logan, this week you came up with this week's topic, but before we get into that, I do just want to cover real quick. We are about a month now away from Skibidi Crew, the next Star Wars series, aka Skeleton Crew, coming out December 3rd. Logan, what are your thoughts on Skeleton Crew? Are you excited? Are you kind of like whatever?
I don't think it's a hot take. I don't think it's going to be bad. Also, I think people are pre-firing it's bad, it's trash, new media garbage, like they did with Acolyte. Not as heavy.
Right.
If it's actually like how people have been saying, it's kind of like the Goonies, I'll be happy. I love the Goonies.
I just watched the Goonies the other day.
The Gooners.
The Gooners Guild.
Yep.
Shout out to all my people in the Gooners Guild.
BBL Zoo Boy.
Yeah. So Skeleton Crew's coming out. I'm very apathetic towards the show.
Yep.
I don't really care one way or the other for this show.
I'm not excited.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of those shows where I'll be like, oh, it's out. Oh, an episode released. I'm not gonna really keep up with when it's releasing. I'll just probably watch it.
This is probably the first Star Wars thing ever that I don't care about it at all. At least with every other project that has come out, especially under the Disney umbrella, I've at least had some level of excitement for at least one aspect of the show. With this, I have nothing. So maybe that'll make me enjoy the show even more, because I'll be so surprised if it's good.
Yep.
And if not, I won't be upset, because I
don't have high hopes or low hopes. It's just a neutral.
Yeah, I had no expectations for the show.
It has Star Wars on it. I'll probably watch it.
Yeah. So, aside from that, though, it's been pretty... The drip has been pretty slow on the Star Wars news lately.
Yep.
And that's also been kind of nice. I think it's been nice to kind of just...
have a break.
Yeah, just kind of enjoy what we have instead of
because for a while there was a rapid fire of stuff.
Yeah, instead of looking forward to the next 7 things that are coming out, I feel like we now have some time to marinate on and appreciate the Star Wars that has come out over the last several years, especially since we've gotten so much of it. I've had the opportunity to rewatch some episodes of some shows and some parts of some movies that I haven't had the chance to rewatch in a while, so it's been a good time.
Yeah. Oh, I was rewatching Mando Season 3, the last 2 episodes specifically. It's not that bad. I can't believe people hate it. It's actually
Mando
crazy.
3's good.
I just started learning about people not liking Mando Season 3, last week.
Yeah, that's a thing. Which, again, I think that also just kind of fell under the umbrella of there was just this kind of hate train on Star Wars at the time.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of anything.
There's been a hate train.
Yeah, and I feel like them kind of slowing down what's coming out will help with that kind of underlying issue of...
Let it settle, take a break.
Yeah, kind of make people actually have to try to make content for their channels instead of just I can get a bunch of views and clicks by making hate videos over and over and over again. So, but yeah. So, Logan, you came up with this week's topic for the episode. Logan was requesting that he be on the podcast this week for this topic. So, Logan, do you want to share what this topic is?
Yeah, I've been kind of missing, like, being on
Didn't
here.
ask. I didn't ask, actually. I don't care. No one cares.
Just put me back in the dungeon at this point. I don't even want to be on here. Cut the
ahead.
episode.
Go ahead.
I want to talk about, like, some of my favorite characters and I think why you should like them, or, like, reasons why I like them. It's not just characters that I'm going to say because they're cool.
So, Logan's going to tell you what characters you're supposed to like if you like Star Wars.
And if you don't like them, I'm finding your address and leaking it.
Wow. Logan is going to dox you.
Yep.
If you
That's why you should join the Discord.
That's why you
Free
should join
doxing session at
Free
9 o'clock.
group doxing at 9:30.
Yep.
Group docking at 9:45.
Okay.
So, Logan, what made you want to come up with this topic for the podcast this week?
I was watching the last podcast with you and Jen.
Okay, where we got woke.
Yeah.
Okay.
The woke cast.
Got woke
if you
talking
will.
women in Star Wars.
I don't know. It's just like talking about characters is fun. I don't really feel like I ever have an opportunity to, so this is nice.
So this is more of you kind of sharing some of your favorite Star Wars characters.
Being able to be on the podcast is like sharing stuff that I just like. It would be a very specific conversation.
Mooching off of my brother's podcast is something.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that's what you mean to say.
Yep.
All right. So why don't you just dive right in and share with us one of your favorite all-time characters for Star Wars?
There's
characters
a lot of them,
characters that mean most to you, maybe.
Okay, here's like kind of a. I'll go from like lighter to like deeper.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a lore
Yeah.
video.
Oh, lore. Okay.
The first one, it's like I always thought this was cool. Like anytime there's brothers in like a movie or show, I immediately think of you and me.
Right. Yeah.
I'm Savage, you're Maul, because
We're
I'm
them.
taller than you and you're short.
And you die first because you're weak.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
go to work for Santa because you're shorter. So.
Who let this guy be on this show?
I've always just thought Savage was cool. I remember when I was watching my first watch through of like Clone Wars, which was years and years ago now. I remember watching the arcs. Because there were several, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Savage is all over the place. Yeah.
Because I loved Dathomir for some reason. I just thought it was cool.
Okay.
I remember specifically like the trials where all the Zabraks were like dying.
Yeah.
And like it wasn't Asajj there?
Yeah. Asajj was originally.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a minute.
Asajj was originally Savage's master.
Yeah, I remember.
So
now.
it was like he was like basically a sleeper agent.
Because then they ended up fighting Dooku, like all three of them, right?
Yeah. So it was like Winter Soldier type thing.
Because she got kicked out by wow, I'm stupid. I almost just mispronounced his name completely.
Let me
By
fill you in on the
Dooku.
lore. Let me fill you. So
All right.
Palpatine didn't like that Dooku had an apprentice.
Yeah.
He felt Asajj was getting too strong.
Kicked
so
her to the
he
curb.
tells Dooku to prove his loyalty, he has to have Ventress killed. Dooku does
Oh
so.
yeah, and then she escapes.
She ends up living, going back to the Night Sisters. She wants revenge. Dooku needs a new apprentice. So they give him Savage. However, they make it so that Savage is like Winter Soldier, like
Yeah, because they like
ultimately
fixed him.
ultimately loyal to the Night Sisters. So then Dooku trains Savage. Savage gets close to Dooku, gets stronger in the
Yeah.
Force, and then Asajj shows up. They try to assassinate Dooku, and it doesn't work. Obviously.
Yeah. I just needed a little bit of a refresher because I don't watch Clone Wars. Like,
Buddy
every
has
day.
favorite characters, but doesn't actually know the lore about the characters. Do you know who voices Savage Opress?
Isn't it Mr. Krabs?
Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. I remember when I found that out. That was so funny. Anyway,
Yeah.
I remember specifically always thinking that it was just like, I'm going off basic. Like he just looked cool.
Yeah,
he was
for sure.
strong. I liked those strong like characters. I don't know. It was just cool to me. And then like obviously I love Darth Maul. So learning what happened with Darth Maul was cool. Well,
Yeah.
Maul then technically.
It was kind of wild because with the Clone Wars, growing up,
Yeah.
I remember we would buy the DVDs of the
Yeah, we still
DVD
have 'em.
sets of each season. I remember in season 1, they said in one of the behind the scenes clips, one of the producers was saying they needed to bring in new villains for the
Yeah.
show because you can't just have Anakin and Obi-Wan defeating Maul and Ventress every single time.
Or like
because,
Lock Dirt or something.
Yeah, so like if you do just like Dooku, Ventress, and Grievous, they don't seem like imposing villains because they lose every time.
Yeah.
So you had to have different villains to bring.
It was just kind of like a Batman and Joker thing, like.
So
that's why Batman has several villains. I mean,
bringing in Savage and then later Darth Maul was just what. That's actually something that's burned into my memory forever, like a photographic memory. I remember Dad and I sitting on the living room floor watching the season finale of the Clone Wars, where Savage basically fails and he goes back to Mother Talzin, and she shows him. She goes, "Your brother."
Yeah.
And you see Darth Maul's face, and I remember Dad and I literally, I know you and Dad have had similar reactions to this in movies and stuff like that,
yep.
where your jaw drops and you're like, your eyes are bugging out and you just don't talk for
real
minutes
quick,
on end.
You guys should have seen me and our dad in Godzilla versus Kong. That movie had us the entire time just...
Shout out to Commander Bly, the power of Skibony.
Yes.
Yeah. Which knee update
His knee is getting better.
His knee is getting better.
It's not black and blue anymore. It's like going down and swelling.
Good. Yeah, I've been asking
Too bad
him
bro
about
walks like a cripple. He got like crip walk.
Yeah, so Savage was a great character to bring in because there's the familiarity of the Zabrak, and you got to kind of see a lot of the lore of kind of the similar upbringing that Maul
Real quick,
had.
if you don't think Dathomir is like cool, you need to rethink it. Like, watch a lore video about Dathomir, just play Jedi Fallen Order.
There's a lot of people I know that don't care for the Night Sisters at all.
Which is weird. Well, Hunter simps for them, so...
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he
Oh,
does.
the archers.
The archers.
Yeah.
I don't see it. You can't even see their face.
With the thigh highs.
Mm-hmm. Calling out Hunter.
Yeah, the Night Sisters have some great lore. I would love to get some action figures of them because I don't think they've done any.
They made a zombie one, right?
No, I don't remember.
They were in Fallen Order. Why wouldn't they?
There are no Jedi Fallen Order Night Sister action figures. None.
I swear to God, the zombie.
Like,
yeah, they were.
I want to see like the Great Mothers from Ahsoka. I want to see all them from the Clone Wars.
I don't really like them. I'm not gonna lie.
No, why not?
I feel like they felt like they were trying to bring back like a Mother Talzin kind of.
Yeah, they're the OGs. They're the same level as Mother Talzin was just the one in charge in the Star Wars galaxy.
What was the one grandma's name that was like in the wall?
Old Daka.
Yeah, Old Daka.
Yeah.
With like the voodoo dolls. Also, real quick.
Dude.
Later on, I'll bring that up actually. I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
Cuz I have a couple like they're common people, but like it's the way I explain why I like them is different.
So Savage Opress is one of your favorite characters.
Yeah, he's like kind of like the bottom, and then like you guys all know I like the heavy like 501st or like even 212th. Like anyone with a minigun's cool. Hard case and heavy, they're in the same. Like Keeley, he looks cool. He's not 212th or 501st. He's just like those are the three that I'd kind of throw in as honorable mentions.
Cloner brain rot over here.
It's your fault.
Cloner brain
same
rot.
with Savage. They're just like the honorable mentions kind of.
Okay.
Time to go into one that's like a little bit common. I think Kanan's one of my favorite characters.
Kanan.
Everybody loves him, specifically blind Kanan. I think he got better when he was blind.
Yeah. Kanan had a lot of character development.
He was the first character that almost made me cry when he died. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his.
I thought it was weird. I think it's still weird to cry at a movie or a show, but
Kanan was another tough one, dude. Because I didn't watch that far into Rebels until I was in college.
Yeah, because you were a Rebels hater. I was a Rebels believer.
I gotta admit, I was a Rebels not a hater, but I just like
too cool for Rebels.
To me, it was never gonna be Clone Wars.
Who is this kid?
Who is that kid?
I do remember that. You know what? Ezra's also cool. I feel like I'll throw him and Kanan in the same.
All right, this might
later season Ezra.
All right. Might be a hot take. Ezra. Don't care for Ezra, even to this day. I don't care. Just gonna say it. Ezra could do without him.
Maybe I'm just biased because I grew up watching Rebels. Like, that was my show more
You
or less.
have much more of a connection to that show, for sure.
I forget sometimes, like, you guys always bring up Clone Wars. Like, that was my show. Yeah. I watched it on Disney XD with you when the episodes would come out, pretty much.
Yep.
Like, or even just Dad, because sometimes you wouldn't watch them. Most of the time you would, though. But, like, that was the show. That was my thing, and I'm proud that I have that. So,
Nice.
I don't know. I feel like that I always bring up Rebels. It's just awesome.
Kanan's a great character because he has his own character
Also,
arc.
Bad Batch. You get to see what happens.
Yes, you get to see Kid Kanan. Yeah. The Kanan's great though because you have not just him being the teacher character, but also having his own arc.
Yeah.
And his own growth and development as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps him to become a much stronger character as the show progresses, so that by the end you have such an emotional reaction to his death. That scene it still gets me every time I watch it.
It's a rough watch, I'll say. I guess I'll just move on because I don't really have much else to say about him other than like he's pretty cool. He has some good story to him too.
Sure.
Like it's kind of hard to explain. I feel like he doesn't really embrace that he's like a Jedi anymore.
Right.
Like in beginning of Rebels, really.
Yeah.
He kind of is just like, I am a Jedi, but not really. I don't really care about it.
Kanan represents what the Jedi Order lost sight of.
Yeah.
I think Jedi like Qui-Gon Jinn, Kanan, Ahsoka, well, even though Ahsoka's technically not a Jedi anymore. Mm-hmm. I think that these characters,
she is in my heart.
These characters represent what the Jedi Order kind of lost sight of by the time of the prequels.
What the Jedi, like you're saying, like, we're kind of, well, no pun, blind to. Like, they were so caught up in being, like, this perfect thing. Yeah.
They're caught up in politics.
Politics and being, like, perfect. And
do you think
virtue signal.
Do you think that the Jedi Order was sending out political ads to do your mail-in ballots?
Yeah, had a summer job at McDonald's. And
I get probably... I'm not even exaggerating.
Well, that's not the podcast topic, is it?
It is a sidebar. For about a month now, I've been getting about 8 political ads in my mailbox every day.
It's kind of stupid. I'll just be watching YouTube videos, like, 5, dude. At once.
Dude.
15-second unskippable ad. Did you just fall out of a coconut tree?
Oh my god.
Not the politics cast.
No.
None yo business.
None yo, they said.
Anyways,
what
were we talking about?
The
Jedi Order.
Kanan and the Jedi Order.
Yeah, so like you said, not really Qui-Gon. I feel like kind of. He was just ahead of his time.
Qui-Gon wasn't not worried about what the council wanted to do.
It's just because it's Liam Neeson. It's different.
Yeah. The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
But like I do agree with Ahsoka. Like Ahsoka and Kanan are very similar in that way. How they realized very quickly why the Jedi Order fell.
Yeah, and
it's not just because. Like you got to look deeper. The movies don't just say outright it's Anakin and the Order 66. It's because they were too stupid.
Well, they were just blinded by the politics, and they admit that.
And they were also blinded by always saying Anakin's the chosen one. They gave him way too much responsibility. They
were pushing too hard for Anakin. Yeah, I agree.
I'm not talking about Anakin on this list either.
I'm going to be real.
He doesn't deserve to be talked about. He has enough.
I know Logan agrees with me on this one. Obi-Wan is a cooler character than Anakin.
That's real.
Hot take, but it's true.
That's real.
Obi-Wan's a cooler character than Anakin and a more likable character.
And Obi-Wan's show is good. Coming out and saying it.
There's a lot that I don't like, but there's a lot that I do like. It's
Reva hater over here.
Jabim.
Jabim, as some people would say.
I don't know how I feel about the Obi-Wan series, but Obi-Wan as a character, I remember even all the way back as a kid, I always preferred Obi-Wan over Anakin, which is funny because I feel like most people my age prefer Anakin over Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's just like he's cool.
I think that is what I think. It's because Anakin's like the main character. I think that's just.
Can I say something right now? Anakin's physically stronger, but Obi-Wan's mentally stronger.
All day. Obi-Wan. I feel
like that's facts, but people don't get it.
Obi-Wan lost everyone.
Yeah.
His
and he still stayed true to Jedi Order.
The only person that he ever loved romantically, his master, his Padawan,
he watched them all die. Literally watched them
in his arms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Twice. Literally twice.
Obi-Wan's a very
brutally death.
Yeah.
And Maul killed both of them. Well, not Anakin, obviously, but like
Maul killed Satine and Qui-Gon, didn't he? Yeah.
That's like and Obi-Wan is a better rival.
Has a better rival? Or is a better rival?
Has a better rival.
Who?
Maul.
Oh.
I feel like that's just like, and the rivalry is so set up.
You know, it's funny though, because we brought up, but we completely forgot to mention. We talked about.
You know, Obi-Wan is on this list. He's the next character we'd be talking
Darth
about.
Maug and Dior Sauvage Opress.
Yes, I am Dior Sauvage Opress.
How did we forget to make the joke?
For real. I made that joke.
Yeah, dude. Obi-Wan just has so much depth to his character.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Sometimes I hear people say Obi-Wan's like a bad person. Like, they say he's he's not a good person. I'm like,
Bruh.
What are you talking about, bro?
He was working a 9 to 5 while y'all were just sitting on your couch. I don't want to hear it.
Obi-Wan's another one. He's closest to what the Jedi should have been.
Actually, true, yeah.
Yeah.
True that. Next up on the list, because I feel like he's a little bit lower, honestly, because it's like, I'm going off of, like, characters that you wouldn't really think of that much.
Okay, so why do some of these characters mean so much to you? Is it just the connection from when you were a kid, or is it like...
I just built a weird connection to some characters that I realize people don't like as much as me.
Okay, so you...
It's weird.
Yeah, okay. So you like to be a special snowflake that picks, like, the not popular pick.
I always do the thing where it's like, I never want to like the most popular thing ever. I'll try and find a close second.
Low-key, I'm the same way.
I don't like being a basic.
There's some characters that I still really like the Mandalorian. I feel like if you...
Everyone likes the man. Well, it's different because it's like those are likable characters.
I feel like Din Djarin is... I have a shirt on right now.
Yeah.
Din Djarin is such a great character.
He is.
Just all in all, just... And I don't really mind the whole, like, father-son relationship thing. That I know they do it in a lot of the Disney Plus shows.
I don't mind it at all.
But it works. Like, if it works and you know, it... Just because it's the same type of story doesn't mean it's bad.
I love the ending. I feel like the ending is, like, sweet.
Okay, so is Obi-Wan your favorite Jedi, or is it Kanan, or
Not
is there
even
another
close.
one?
Kanan second.
Okay,
I'll get into it later. I just don't use the Minecraft skin because his eyes are, like...
Tell me now, who's your favorite
over
Jedi?
Here. Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon. Bygone Jim.
Never say that cringe
Qui-Gon
again.
Jinn. So, with seeing Qui-Gon in just Phantom Menace, and then, you know, very
couple
briefly,
times in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And maybe, like, Rebels once.
And Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Don't you just hear his voice, though?
Obi-Wan Kenobi? No, he shows up at the end.
Flashback
I have his Force Ghost action figure down at the bottom there. But that's a good one, too.
Oh, you know what I finally, like, picked up on a couple months ago?
What?
It's kind of off topic. I was thinking, like, Force Ghosts. How they have, like, young Anakin with all the old people in, like, the end of Return of the Jedi.
It's because...
It makes sense, because Anakin died on...
Luke never knew Anakin, but that was probably the last moment that Anakin
That was his father. Vader was not his father.
That was the last... Yes, exactly. That was the last moment that Anakin Skywalker was Anakin Skywalker. Yep. Yeah. Before he started...
I'm not talking about Anakin at all on
Before
this
he
list.
started identifying as Darth Vader.
Yep. Vader pronouns.
Moving on to the next one. Whoa! Moving on. What do we got, Logan?
The woke cast. It's like I'm not really sure what I should talk about first. Yeah, Dooku. Dooku is not talked about enough.
Dooku. I always liked Count Dooku, but Tales of the Jedi did so much for Dooku's character.
It helped me so much love him more.
It honestly elevated his character.
Okay, we're not talking about
much.
Horseface Dooku from Clone Wars. Kind of like scenes, but not that look.
You kind of... Dooku is so much... You know he's a fallen Jedi in the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
But to see...
Darth Tyrannus.
How it got there, like bits and pieces of it in Tales of the Jedi... I know some people say they want to see like a full series on it. I think I've seen enough. I like the nuance that's left there. You see, like he's
conflicted.
Dooku's always had these dark tendencies.
Yeah,
and he's always been tempted by the dark side. A little bit. I would argue a little bit more than other Jedi. And then you kind of see that he's also getting frustrated with the corruption of the politics of both the Jedi Order and of the Senate. So he breaks off.
Most Sith are just broken.
Yeah, so he breaks off,
pure evil.
and
some of them are.
Darth Sidious takes advantage of his conflict within him to the point where he ends up losing everything. He loses the Jedi Order.
I feel like I like him more because he
Qui-Gon.
he doesn't lean into more of the evil. He leans into more being like wise.
Yeah, I
love characters that think more and like destroy your brain.
I love his scene in Attack of the Clones where Obi-Wan's like tied up or he's like imprisoned, and he's like, "This is madness. This is how could they do this?" Like being all sarcastic with him. It's
he's like the opposite of Obi-Wan in my opinion, like a Sith Obi-Wan kind of. Older though.
Oh, I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Because they're both wise. I mean, like...
And I like him, too, because he's so different than Darth Maul.
Hot take, him, Anakin, and Obi-Wan breaking out of jail and all being tied together was one of the funniest scenes in Star Wars.
What a great episode.
It was so good. I love it.
Yeah.
Also, it really shows that he wasn't pure evil, really. He wasn't, like... If he was pure evil, he would have been trying to eat their necks.
He also never had Sith eyes.
He never really did... Well, he hid them.
He hid them. He put them in his pocket.
Yeah.
He wore colored contacts.
It's like Naruto. You just rip your eyes out. Like light bulbs.
I think that's what's great about those characters, though, is that Dooku and Maul are like two different levels of evil, and then Palpatine is like pure evil.
I think it's also cool to see, because I feel like, in my opinion, I don't like the Jedi as much as the Sith.
Ooh, wow.
I like the Sith more because I feel like they make the decisions that Jedi just simply can't because of their beliefs.
So yeah, the Jedi Code is holding them back in some ways.
Yeah, but I like how the Sith think sometimes, like how they just like pause. It kind of okay. Taking me out of context.
I don't really know where bro's going with this line of thought right now.
I'm good. If you let me explain, maybe.
You're starting to sound like a separatist. Here he goes. Here he goes. Look at his brain is shutting down now.
Monkey brain turned off.
This guy says he wants to be a Sith Lord.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I got off topic. How Deadpool like kills the one guy in Deadpool 2. Like, cause he was like abusing the one kid. Like that kinda reminds me like in Colossus is like a Jedi in that situation. Not trying to make it Marvel.
Oh,
but, like,
okay.
He didn't want to kill him, he just wanted to throw him in jail. I sometimes agree that it would be more necessary to kill the dude, because he was just genuinely evil.
So you think that the Sith, because they don't have such a moral code, that they can go that extra mile?
Sometimes the Sith. If they're pure evil Sith, that's different. If they're broken people, it makes more sense to me.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
But that was like... And then also, like, my favorites... I'm going to give a favorite scene of all of my characters. Count Dooku 1v3ing invisible people while he's in pain.
That's pretty cool.
He's so cool. He's so strong.
The best of the duelists.
He beats Obi-Wan any day.
Until he loses his hands.
Do you think he would beat Mace Windu?
We never saw them fight, did
we never did. I wonder... I think he might,
Dude,
honestly.
and they have that pre-existing beef from Tales of the Jedi. I wonder.
I feel like Dooku would win.
But Mace Windu also beat Palpatine, though.
He did.
Mace Windu beat Darth Sidious.
Dooku is like, I'm not saying he's stronger, but he also like, he's not pure evil. When you're pure evil, you just don't really think. You kind of go into monkey brain.
Dooku might also...
He has more like brain.
He might also beat Mace Windu because they were Jedi together.
Yeah.
So he might know his fighting style.
But that would go for both sides.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Mace Windu, but I'm not going to talk about him here because I don't really know much about him anyway.
There are way too many Mace Windu despisers out there. I'm just going to put it
that
way. There are a lot of people that hate Mace Windu.
I really didn't know that.
Man, Mace Windu's an asshole. Mace Windu doesn't care. He
gave a whole legion of battle droids a second chance.
Mace Windu doesn't care if he hurts your feelings in order to get what he needs. In order to get done what needs to get done.
He does what's necessary. So the prophecy says.
Yeah.
Terrible impression, but you get it.
Did you know that Mace Windu, after... Did you know that Mace Windu, after they brought Palpatine in, if they took him into custody, he was going to make Anakin a Jedi Master?
You know what's funny? I also just thought about this. The more I've watched Revenge of the Sith, like, over and over, I've realized Anakin did it to himself. None of this would have happened if he just sat there and trusted.
Anakin gave in.
Trusted what Yoda said.
Anakin gave in to his selfish feelings and gave in to the dark side.
Yeah.
And because of that...
Al Force, for real, giving him false dreams.
Because of that, Anakin lost everything.
Yep.
And that is the lesson learned there. So...
That's why he's always in constant
when Logan
pain
says
even in the suit.
when Logan says he wants to be a Sith, Logan fails to realize that in being a Sith and getting what you want, you lose everything.
Well, not an Anakin situation. I feel like Dooku, Anakin, and Sidious have a very different situation. Anakin lost his mind, Sidious is pure evil, and Dooku just simply didn't know what to do. Like, not really didn't know what... Well, that was a bad way to put it. He was, like, in a weird mind space, kind of. Like, he really just, like, didn't... He just simply didn't agree with some of the things that the Jedi did. Kind of like Barriss.
That's what I mean. And like I said,
I kind of agree with Barriss in that way, too.
No!
Not bombing places. Not bombing churches. No.
Guys, wait. Guys, I think I kind
I
of...
support her. I don't support her mindset, actually. That's worse.
You know, I think I kind of agree. You know whose character I like a lot less now than I did?
Barriss.
Barriss Ophi. And
Real.
for me...
They gave her a bad ending, though. That's not her fault.
Tales of the Empire was so mid, especially for her story. For me. I did not like what they did with her character.
Me neither. I think it was stupid.
I like...
Lynn!
Because I loved that
Sorry, Hunter. Your girlfriend sucks.
I love that they made her an Inquisitor. That was a great... That's what everyone, like, thought would have happened.
Yeah, and we saw Adar.
And then we saw Marok in that scene, which was cool.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And then she, like... I think I just needed to see more of her as an Inquisitor before I just saw
I'll throw her and Dooku on that list.
What?
Barriss. That'll be an honorable mention. And the Inquisitor that Ahsoka kills. He's an honorable mention because he's awesome.
Which one does Ahsoka kill? Eighth brother?
one with, like, the
just
crow mask.
the random.
The one really cool looking dude that everyone thought was going to be like beefed.
Yeah.
And then he sucked.
L.
Bro got killed with his own weapon. Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me. I'm just still stuck on that. You said you kind of agree with Barriss. I think.
All right, dude. I didn't think about it. I forgot that she bombed the temple. I forgot that. Okay.
Me when I bomb a temple and kill innocent people.
Whoa!
To prove a point. To prove a point.
How to lose your job speedrun.
How to lose your job. Barriss losing her job as a Jedi.
Not clickbait.
Not clickbait. Oh my god.
Next on the list, Mother Talzin. I'm dead serious when I say I love her.
Again with the Night Sisters. The Night Sisters are probably some of the most enriching and deep lore in all of Star Wars.
Run! That scene was awesome.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch get slaughtered, but they're awesome.
Yeah. Mother Talzin's great too. And it was great to see in the Ahsoka
and
series.
Old Daka.
It was great to see in the Ahsoka series the nod to Mother Talzin when they give Morgan the blade of Talzin.
I just think I love, like, the smarter characters, you know? Like, I love hearing their, like, dialogue.
You like seeing what it's like to be a smart person on TV.
I am a smart person.
You're not.
Taught me after seeing my grades.
Yeah, that's what that last test said, huh?
Shh.
Oh, Logan's on his mewing streak now.
Yep. Can't stop mewing. Can't stop, won't stop. Another honorable mention is Jango Fett and Pre Vizsla. That's a couple other ones. Just
Boba, get on
cool.
board!
It's just because they're cool. I like how they look.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, I need to say it. I'm a TVC enjoyer.
The Vintage Collection 3.75-inch action figure hyper-articulated line. It's first established in 2013.
Nerd.
Still going to this day.
Nerd.
Or not 2013, maybe like 2011.
Shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. Stupid.
Who does this guy think he is? Well, you got on here to yap. You just listed a bunch of characters off.
There's like a couple more. Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar! Okay, I also did want to talk about another thing, though. It was Mando Season 3. I wanted to bring that up, especially. It's not like... So it's kind of like a two-parted, like, conversation, because the characters thing can't really, like... I'm not looking for, like, a whole time frame. I just want to talk about what I want to talk about. that's my characters, and like I really would hope you guys think about like looking into them more. That was more of the purpose of me coming on here and talking about them.
Okay.
Because they don't get enough love, really.
Gotcha.
I feel like that's my like, not like Glup Shido and Momon Adon. Like nobody knows who they are, and certain people. But yeah, like I don't know. You know what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, look into the lore of some people, like, random characters you don't always think of immediately. Like, don't look into the lore of Anakin and Darth Maul for the 5th time this week. Like, that's boring.
Did you know that Anakin is my favorite Star Wars character?
That's so original! Oh my god! With rooted hair?
Rooted hair, Hot Toys,
And a metal
Artisan
skeleton?
Anakin. A metal endoskeleton?
One-legged pose?
One-legged pose? Anyways.
Hashtag.
I'm about to kick you off the show.
Back in the dungeon for 30 lashings.
Brother's talking about some taboo subjects right
Anyways. Mando Season 3, I don't understand why you're hating it.
The Mandalorian lore is some of the best and most enriching lore in Star Wars.
Put that hand down, that's wrong. Oh, wait, I remember. I have a couple things to talk about some shows. It's specific episodes.
No. We're not just
Mando Season 3.
You disagreed with me when I said that Mandalorian lore, like the culture of Mandalore.
Oh, I thought you meant the show.
No.
Okay.
This guy, dude.
My fault.
This guy, dude. All right, Logan. Just go ahead. Just get back to your yappage.
Watching Mando Season 3, the last 2 episodes, it really, like, I don't remember them being that fun of a watch. Well, when my boy Paz dies, it's pretty sad.
Tough.
But
you know what's...
You hear his bones literally crack when they shove the sword.
I definitely recommend a lot of people rewatch a lot of these Disney Plus shows because I think we when we were watching them week to week, we would get so caught up in the hype of waiting a week for the next one that you build up all this anticipation.
You want it to be better than the last.
And then if there's not all this payoff like right away, a lot of people end up feeling disappointed or like they didn't get enough out of it. Go back and watch it now that it's all out, and I guarantee it'll be more enjoyable for you.
Kind of like back on the intellect stuff. I just want to say that real quick because I really like. Tommy was telling me about like Mando Season 3 stuff and like the
Logan
guys
wants
on
to talk
Xbox.
about the political and socioeconomic state of the world right now.
I don't even know what that means. I can't even read. I don't know my ABCs. So the Bendu.
Oh,
the Bendu arcs. It kind of shows and it kind of ties in with what I was talking about. I'm not really done talking about that. I just want to say the Mando Season 3 stuff real quick, obviously, because it needed to be addressed. It was like, kind of late to it, but I just started doing the podcast a couple weeks ago. Anyway, and then it was like one of the last couple arcs of Clone Wars before they released Season 7. Yoda and like that acid trip kind of travel.
Yoda and his acid trip.
Yoda does too many shrooms.
Yoda. Then there's Yoda and Yo-Don't, where Yoda has to fight his dark side embodiment.
Yeah.
That was a cool concept.
I really liked that.
Dark
like,
side
like,
Yoda? Yeah.
Yoda lore is interesting.
It is.
Because you don't even know everything about him.
No, and I like that too.
Yeah, I like having some things about characters not be answered, because it can get ruined really quick if you try and answer everything.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
Do we know what their species is called yet?
Nope. And I hope we never know.
Yeah.
I hope we never know. There was one point where
there was like a comic thing, or like a figure card back that said it.
There was one point where Yoda's species was listed as Lanix.
But I don't... That's not official.
But that is actually Even Peel's species.
Yeah.
You know, you remember Even Peel?
Mm-hmm.
That's his species now.
I loved his Clone Wars arc, too. I didn't love it. It was, like, weird.
I think it's Lanik with a K, not an X.
I don't know. It's not really
Maddox.
important. Wow, that's some Tuhig lore right there.
Let me check.
Maddox, don't do that. So, I was also going to say the Bendu. I loved that arc because it's just the entire time. It's like, I don't really remember exactly what happened.
Say that again? Because I was looking up, it is Lanik with a K.
The Bendu arc.
The Bendu, yes.
Obviously, I told you guys I grew up with Rebels. I never hated that arc. even at that age that I was watching it, I never hated it.
It's kind of strange because there's like this idea. There was like the whole gray Jedi thing, which is not.
I love
canon.
I really love the like almost Force sensitive, but not like Jedi level characters.
Characters like the Bendu,
Chirrut
Imwe, yeah.
People that
like
understand the Force and like agrees with them, they just can't like move
Maz
stuff.
Kanata.
Not really Maz. I mean, kind of. But
Lor Santeca, who's like a Force worshipper.
I don't remember who that is. I know the name.
But you cannot admit the truth that is your family.
I can't put a face.
It's from the right at the beginning of Force Awakens.
I know.
He dies. He's the old guy.
Oh, yeah.
But you cannot.
But you cannot deny the truth.
Dude, Kylo Ren's voice in that movie with that mask on sounds like a McDonald's, like, person.
The number one best thing to come out of the Acolyte series was The Stranger.
We're not talking about The Acolyte. That show's done, Tommy.
We're talking about favorite...
In the words of Zuboy, shut up, Tommy.
We're talking about favorite characters. For me, The Stranger... I know he's probably on your list.
Who?
Chimere the Stranger?
Oh, 100%. Well, he's an honorable mention because he's cool.
Yeah.
We don't know any lore about him.
There's a lot that's left up to interpretation.
If there was a season 2.
If there was a season 2.
Whatever.
But you guys ruined it.
You suck.
You ruined it. The fans.
You stink! We were talking about the Bendu arc, dude. We were talking about like Force-sensitive people.
Force-sensitive people.
I feel like they're like kind of like...
you feel like they're kind of like...
Awesome.
Awesome.
Like, that was...
Logan has a schizo meltdown on the podcast.
Let's just title it that.
Logan has a schizo meltdown talking about his favorite Star Wars character.
My favorite Star Wars characters and why you should like them.
Why you should like them.
The Bendu is on there.
The Bendu is on there.
I feel like Dad and I both agree with that. We
Yeah.
love Bendu.
I am the Bendu,
I am the one in the middle.
the Ashla, and the Bogan.
Doesn't he get mad about something? Like, I don't 100% remember this. I feel like I'm stupid for talking about it, but I don't remember it fully. He gets mad because someone does something wrong.
Kanan made him mad. Was it because he brought war to his
that's
planet?
why. I love characters like that, where they're like, they don't on a side, they just like agree with the Force, kind of.
Yeah.
So they kind of have like this scary like side to them and a really peaceful side.
So how do you feel about the concept?
Oh, and the Mortis arc. I love that.
How do you feel about the concept that, give me a second, like I'm trying to figure out how to word it. It's never been explicitly stated, like, by a character in canon, but I know Freddie Prinze Jr., Sam Witwer, like people who have spoken with George Lucas and Dave Filoni have talked about this, that the Force predetermines who will win and lose every duel.
Oh, I know that.
Like, how do you feel about that concept? Because I feel like that's a hard pill to swallow.
I like how deep Star Wars lore goes in the way that I'm like, you know, like, it gets crazy if you go into it. Like, Abeloth stuff and, like, it's crazy what you learn about some of the stuff.
I feel like that lore bit is a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow because because with most...
That's why people normally shy away from Star Wars or stuff. When it's stuff that's, like, not newer, like... with a lot of lore, it's scary to get into it.
With most other franchises and stuff, it's very easy to be like, well, this person just is more skilled, or like Dragon Ball, like the power levels, and it's very easy
I've never watched it.
It's very easy to measure like who is better than who definitively.
Yeah.
Whereas with Star Wars, you could have two characters pitted against each other where one is, yes, much more powerful than the other, but if the Force decides that one will defeat the other, it doesn't matter how powerful you are. And I think that's difficult for a lot of, like, people who are fans of a lot of franchises to understand.
Yeah.
Like, it would literally be like in Pokemon, if you have, like, a level 50 Pokemon fighting, like, a level 20... but no matter what you do, the level 20 is going to win the battle. Yeah. Because it's been predetermined. I think it doesn't fit a lot of people's logic. So.
Yeah, I didn't 100% know that. I knew stuff about the Force where it, like, knows everything. It's not like a being. It's just, like, a thing. Yeah. You know? Like, we don't know what it is. Yeah. But, like, it's, like, kind of weird. I also think that, like, planets kind of, like, what's it called? Pridia?
Peridia, yeah.
Planets like that, where it's like really strong there, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. Or like those. That's why I like the Night Sisters. They're like, their power isn't fully like explained, so you don't 100% know how crazy their stuff is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like they can get really scary sometimes with how strong they are. Like just reviving all the ball sack zombies. I mean. I mean, that's what it is. Let's just put it that way. The tree sacks.
Yeah, yeah.
But, like, they went too far adding hair to those.
Dude, you're killing me.
But you get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I like those societies or even... Cody cameo.
That's a Cody, certified Cody cameo.
I want in moment.
Yeah. Sorry, Bubs. Not
Yeah.
coming in. Anyways.
If he could talk, his dialogue would be treat, 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 pet, 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 sleep, sleep, sleep. Poop, 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 eat, 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 poop, poop, fart.
Pooping and farting. That's what he does a lot
Group
of.
poping session. Poping.
Poping session. Yeah. Logan, give me your... Speaking of which, because Cody is named after Clone Commander Cody.
You know.
Logan, who are your top 3 favorite clone troopers of all time, and why?
You know.
Why? You have to give me reasons.
You know.
I know Commander Cody's your favorite. Wait, let me think. Captain Keeley, Commander Cody, and Heavy. No?
Heavy's my number one.
Heavy's... Oh, did I say the 3?
Hard Case is an honorable mention. I only get one honorable mention because I go crazy with those. No, it's not my 3.
Oh, which one?
Cody's like at 3, dude.
Okay, so who are your 3?
At number 2, nobody is going to agree with me. Waxer.
Why?
And yeah, he's over Cody. I just feel like he had a lot more potential, and I always remember loving that certain scene where they're on that... What's the planet?
What?
Where they fight those weird, like, beasts, and they're like, they meet
Oh,
Numa.
Ryloth?
Yeah, Ryloth. I can't believe I forgot that. He showed, like, he was a good soldier, more or less. Like, Boyle was more, like, by the book.
Yeah.
Waxer was more, like... He kind of reminds me of Rex a little bit.
Where he's more compassionate?
Yeah. But he's still, like, a great soldier.
Yeah.
I love that, like, bond between Waxer and Boyle,
They balance
too.
each other out.
You know what? That also goes on my favorite character list. I forgot about them.
Nice.
I kind of forget about some of these characters.
So, Logan, we talked about your favorite characters.
What about yours?
Who do you think are, if I had a top 3, who do you think are mine?
Holdo, Glupshido, and Momonadon.
Got him, dude.
Yeah.
In order. Let's go. My top 3 at the moment. Because
Rex, Fordo, Rex.
Excuse me.
Wait, Rex, Fordo, Blitz.
My list is constantly changing. Right now, it's Grand Admiral Thrawn.
I've talked to Hunter about this. He's a cool character.
Come on. You guys are haters.
No way he's your favorite character.
My favorites right now are are Thrawn,
Yeah.
Darth Maul, and who's my third one? Maybe Captain Rex.
I would assume. Well,
Maybe
obviously with that.
Yeah.
Out of camera, but it's his, like, signed Rex thing.
I think those characters, they mean different
speak
things
to
to
you.
me. I really like Thrawn because he's such a different villain than almost any other villain we've ever seen in Star Wars.
Okay, actually, I had a pretty... Well, that was just clones you asked me.
Yeah.
My favorite characters.
So what are your 3 that you think people should look into the most?
I'm gonna go, like, summarizing the list, really.
Yeah.
Number 3, Mother Talzin.
Mother Talzin.
Number 2, Count Dooku.
Count Dooku.
Number 1, Glup shit, I'm just kidding. It's kind of hard to think about, dude, because there's so many. Actually, no, I'm gonna move Mother Talzin at 1.
Move Mother Talzin at 1?
Yeah, and I'll put Kanan at 3.
Okay.
I think Mother Talzin needs a lot more actually, just the Night Sister, like, culture that goes with Mother Talzin. But Mother Talzin at 1 for the character.
What content should people watch in order to get a better grasp on these characters?
Well,
if you were to tell someone these are your favorite Star Wars characters, what would you tell them? This is what you need to watch. You could pick specific episodes. Okay. You could pick,
the one episode where Kanan's in it of Bad Batch, Rebels, the entirety of Rebels for Kanan. For Dooku, watch Tales of the Jedi and watch certain episodes of Clone Wars. I couldn't tell you them off my brain.
Fake fan. Fake Clone Wars fan. L Clone Wars fan.
Tommy, when I don't know the moment where Jar Jar Binks used a jar.
Misa eyeball stuck in the sleeve.
Bombad Jedi is fire.
Yeah.
Where he finds love with a slug. It's kind of like Donkey and the Dragon.
How about Jar Jar's little girlfriend in season 6 of the Clone Wars? You remember that weird arc with him and Mace Windu, and then Mace Windu kills Mother Talzin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot he killed her.
Yeah.
Like, he was the one that killed her.
Yeah.
I thought... I'm thinking of Daka.
Old Daka.
Yeah.
Grievous kills her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She went... Wah! Like, mid-chant.
Yeah.
She was a weird character, dude.
Yeah, she just like appeared too in that one episode.
She's like... I feel like she's stronger than Mother Talzin.
We have this random
It's
old
crazy.
lady in the wall that we just like...
That's stronger than me. She's our strongest asset, and she's just in the wall. We don't feed her. We feed her like maybe once a year, give her water every day.
I'm in your walls. I'm in your walls. I'm in your walls.
walls.
So for Kanan, you say watch the
Rebels
first episode of Bad Batch and watch
and-
all of
yeah.
Rebels.
Is it really the first episode of Bad Batch that he's in?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then for Dooku,
It's not much information, but it's just you see him and
origin
it gives you
story.
some. Yeah.
And then for Dooku, you're saying watch Tales of the Jedi,
Mm-hmm.
certain episodes of Clone Wars, and
That was it.
the prequels.
Oh yeah, and then the prequels,
Probably.
which
Okay.
don't really give much.
What about for Kanan Mother Talzin?
Just the Clone Wars, and then I'd say look into like lore videos on YouTube because there's a lot more you guys could learn about it.
Yeah. Or check out Wikipedia.
Don't check out
Wokipedia.
Wikipedia. Don't
Wokipedia.
check out Wikipedia.
Woki.
Actually, you know what? My 3 favorite Clone Trooper designs, we'll get into that, because we're talking about just favorite characters in general.
So
I
now
wanna
we've
share
completely
this.
moved away from anything with any substance. Now Logan's going to tell you about how much he likes to paint.
I hate you.
Go ahead. List them off.
Okay. My number
Commander
one...
Doom.
Shut up. Actually, yeah, let's just both share our lists at the same time. We'll go out. So that's your 3, right?
No, I was more just being... You go ahead with your
Okay.
list first. Yeah.
My number 3
So I
is
think I would do...
Airborne Battalion.
I would do the...
That's amazing, Tommy.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. Airborne, ARF Troopers.
Okay.
Specifically the ones that I was talking
So
about.
I think I would actually probably pick...
Okay, shut up. Like, you know that gray camo kind of that they had?
What?
The ARF Troopers? When they were with Mace Windu and on the ATRTs. On that one planet
They
were
didn't
fighting
have
Watson
camo.
War.
They didn't have camo.
I swear to God they did. It
You're
was like
thinking of the ones from the Clone Wars movie.
Clone Wars movie.
The
Yeah,
Teth-
that's what I'm
the
thinking
Teth
of then.
ARF
Yeah.
Troopers.
Those ones are cool.
Yeah.
I swear to God those ones were the camos.
No.
Oh.
They're just regular.
Also, that arc was cool.
Yeah.
212th Tambor.
So your top 3 clone
My
trooper
number
designs?
1, I forget his name. It's like escaping me. Is it Jet?
Commander Jet.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the Geonosis arc.
Yeah. I think I love his helmet design the most.
It is cool. It's really cool.
I love the unique helmet designs,
sure.
if you couldn't tell.
Yeah. So for me, my top 3 clone trooper designs: Commander Doom. Actor, that's a legit.
And we're not talking about paints. We're just talking about like the design.
Phase 2 Phase 1 Captain Fordo.
That's
It's
fair.
just too
But
cool.
what? Phase 2?
And Phase 1.
Not Phase 2?
No, it's for me. Phase 1 is more iconic. And then my third one. There's too many to pick from. I would probably pick Commander Mayday. His
Mayday's cool. Mayday's
tattered
Rest
armor.
in peace, Mayday.
Yep.
You know what? Crosshair, when he betrays that ugly Imperial guy.
Lieutenant.
I'm a skeleton boy.
Oh my god. And Logan, anything else before we wrap up this week's episode of the Blitz?
We're already done?
We've been going for almost an hour.
I guess that's true, man. These blow
What else did you
by.
have to say?
Nothing. I'm really done with my conversation. I had a lot of fun on this one, though.
This guy, dude.
Shut up.
What? We're already done?
I just
had
didn't-
nothing else to
I
say.
didn't realize the time.
All right, Logan. So this has been Logan sharing his favorite characters in Star Wars, kind of sharing with you guys what.
Not really like why you should like them, more like you should look into them. Maybe
Yeah.
you'll like them more. I hope you do.
So let us know what some of your favorite Star Wars characters are in the comments down below.
Yep. Let us know how bad I can hold a conversation. I'm better than someone else.
And then make sure to, let Logan know, I don't know.
I have a better edging streak than all of you, so.
What kind of cheese do you think Logan smells like today? And with that, guys, thank you for watching another episode of the Blitzcast. Make sure to, again, check out all the links in the description below for my Discord as well as my other social media. If you want to, you could reach out, send me an email, and we can chat back and forth that way.
Yep.
Aside from that, though, that's pretty much it for this episode. This has been the Blitzcast. We'll catch you for the next one, and may the Force be with you.
Peace.